Hi y'all, this is Daisycakes and I'm coming to you. It's like a bad day, but it's fine. I'm totally, I have a cold. So it's on my eyes are all shiny. I have a little bit of the remnants of goth makeup on and I'm just sort of a mess. But I'm going to show you this video editing experience I just had because this girl, remember, she's obsessed with my Reddit contacts and she might be trying to get them to give her a chance to go to video editing school. I don't know, but wait until you see. Her brain is mush. I don't know what kind of, that's sort of like a non-professional way of saying things, I guess, but she's sort of like, I don't know what she's got going on. She's had the crap beaten out of her quite a few times, and you can tell because her chin is different, like it's reconstructed, and her mouth tilts this way a little tiny bit, and her nose also tilts up and to the right a little tiny bit. But other than that, she looks very much like me, except for that I'm 20 years older than her, but whatever. So I made a video, and I thought it was pretty good, and I went ahead, and I was like, I should just upload the raw video to YouTube, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to go ahead and try to upload the edited video, like the more professional. See, they're doing this to my face. This is the stalker touching his device while I'm using the camera. And I have to admit that when I'm sick, I have the patience of a flea, y'all. I have no patience. That's why I always stay home from work, and I always get a substitute. And when you're a special ed teacher, just remember that you have to do a full day's work for every day that you're absent. You have to do twice the work of a regular teacher because you have to write plans for each student, not just for each class. Not that it's I'm just saying, not to compare, but it's a big deal, okay? So I'd always take off work when I'm sick. I'm sleepy. I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. But anyway, it's just a nightmare, y'all. This poor girl. So she's falling apart. So she's worse off than I am, and I'm really bad off now. And her hair is not dyed, because I keep up with my roots usually, and I'm showing some right here. But her hair is, and there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're obsessed with my contacts. So they keep trying to equivocate everything. So what you're going to see is a video editing video that doesn't have the sound to it. Because the stalker turned off the microphone while I was recording it. So they could use it probably to impress someone that does something at film school, if any of my contacts know who that is. But she wouldn't last 2 days in any kind of classroom because she really does have serious issues. Yeah. These people, they get these Pygmalion creatures, but they don't look that great, first of all. They don't have much of a brain. They're not really that good at bringing in people. And they just sort of use them up and throw them away. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of it showing up in my videos because I wouldn't even be saying this to you if I hadn't just watched this video that I'm just about to show you. Because this girl, she tries to put her hand in my videos. Okay, she has a weird hand. In fact, I don't think it's her hand because she self-tans with my self-tanner. And you can see that in the video, but they had a really good picture of her face, and the stalker cut it out before I started editing, which is really funny. But we might find her in there somewhere else. But she has tanner skin than I do. I don't have porcelain skin, but I have a porcelain undertone to my skin. So, sorry. There could be a lot of yawning, and she'll probably replace that hand with her hand too, whatever. But anyway, so it's just a mess. So she put in her own hand, and then whenever I would try to change the editing time, she would type over me, and it's just an exercise in frustration. So you watch this and see what you think. I think it's pretty funny. But she might, knowing her, even though it's a terrible example of film editing, she might use it to try to get into something or do something with it. And I'm always for people bettering themselves, y'all. But she needs to spend 90 days in an institution first before she does anything having to do with professional work. Because she is just a flippin' mess. And I'm sad for her. Because I know that she's out there somewhere. And that she can walk through my stuff and be like, oh, mic this and mic that, whatever. And he probably thinks he's talking to me. But I have an IQ of like over 130. And I don't need to mess around with people that are being a jerk to me. Not that that should matter. I mean, it doesn't make me a better person. Some people say that higher IQ people are worse people than other people. But someone has, so she doesn't probably have the ability to stop herself from dressing up in my identical clothes, which are probably in her apartment, which the police could surely find if they were looking. But they're probably using her too, sadly. It's just sad. But anyway, she dresses up in my clothes, and she sits down at her desk, and and someone puts a camera on her. You can bet that she doesn't have voluntary will in this thing. And she picks up the cat, and she plays with the cat, and she puts him down, and she presses buttons, and she moves her hair around, and she fixes her dress, and she does all these things. And then they just insert that into my videos. So for me, it's a nightmare. But for y'all, it could be entertaining. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And here comes the editing video. And they turned off the microphone. It's still on my thing. But they turned off the microphone because, I don't know, they don't like it when I say the word ass. I mean donkey, y'all. I don't mean... It sounds stupid to say donkey, though. To me, it's really close to saying monkey. And for obvious reasons, I'm kind of against the monkey word. So, I just don't say donkey. I say ass. But the stalker is fundamentalist and very upset about things. And he doesn't understand that. And if someone answered me and said, I would prefer that you not swear, then I would take my ever-loving time and I would not swear. And I suppose I shouldn't, because people don't really on YouTube that much. But it's okay. I'll do my best. That'll be one of my New Year's resolutions. I usually don't even make them. I just don't even care anymore. But hold on 1 second, and I'll go ahead and show you this thing. Hello. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here you can see her. That is me. Yeah, these are me. Okay. But here you can see her hair. Do you see how her hair is different than mine? This is my hair. You see how the red goes all the way up and into the root? Okay. This is her hair. You see how she has like really gray stripes in the back? And it looks like she's tried to like highlight some extensions or something. And she's sort of a mess. And she's got half of her hair is gray roots growing out. And Norbert, honey, stop. I don't have those. It's very upsetting. And you can see that she's older than me, y'all. That she has a longer nose. Hold on a second. And y'all probably won't even believe me, but I know myself, and this isn't me. You can tell that she has a lot of fuzz on her face, like peach fuzz, on her cheeks, which are different than mine. And she has really deep smile lines. She looks like she might be about 5 or 10 years older than me, actually, in some of these pictures. And her chin is very lumpy. And her double chin is a lot bigger. Okay? This is not me. That's all I know. This might even be the guy that's made up to look like me in one of the pictures. But that is not me. My nose is short and points up. And her nose is long and has almost like a hook on it, on the end of it. It's very strange. And this might be a man, born a man, identifying as a woman, so we'll call it a her. Okay, him a her. We'll call him a her. We'll call her a her, I guess. So, also you can tell that the shadows have been kind of photoshopped in, right? Because my light just wasn't that bright, y'all. So it wasn't casting a nose shadow on my cheek, and it wasn't casting a hair shadow on my eyes. But that she thinks that she does her makeup differently than I do. I did a gold lid with black and red creases in the makeup. I did black eyeliner, black eyeshadow eyeliner, top and bottom. I did a red crease, and I smudged it a little bit on the outer corners, okay? And I put gold on the upper part of the eyelid. And any woman would look at this and know that this isn't that. Now that her makeup doesn't look pretty, I'm sure she's trying to look her best, but this is not me, y'all. If you look down here, you can see that she has kind of an indented clavicle thing going on. She probably broke it in that when she got beaten up and everything. And I don't have that, y'all. It's just very frustrating. In fact, that's her hand, I guess. And that looks like a baby hand of some sort. And this is a freeze frame from this video that I'm showing you right now about Goth Thursday. So it's very creepy. Like I said, she always tries to put abortions in my videos, and it's insane. This is me. And you can tell I don't have a lot of smile lines, right? And my nose and my face is perfectly over each other, pretty much. This has malware on it, so it shifts the nose a little bit to the right. But that's me, pretty much. You can tell that my hair doesn't have any bright gray roots. This is gray hair right here in the front is orange. I only have orange hair. I don't have gray hair. And I have a few white hairs, but I don't have any right now. And this is an ever-loving mess, no offense. I hope she gets herself toned if she's trying to do highlights. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know. There's flaws in this picture. It's not perfectly me either, but it's pretty close to me with malware added in. You can tell that they add in the chin fat and the neck fat because you can tell where it's added in on the side. And that this woman, the stalker, has more scars than I do. So they're always trying to put in scars on her chin. I don't know what the heck this girl needs to get some inpatient help stats. Okay? Because see, I don't have those. I don't even have those wrinkles, y'all. And you know that this girl, she has these weird lip injections. She has one of those things that's over her mouth. I forget what you call it, like a frenulum or something. But she has whatever it is. It's like wide on her, and mine is narrow, but long. I still have a longer one than I'd like, but hers is way wide. It's so hard to show you. This is my face. That's me. Okay, this is me, no filter, almost no makeup. That's my face. I don't have smile lines. I don't have a lot of forehead lines that can't be covered with primer and stuff. So, I mean, when I say it's not me, I mean it's really not me. They are using the malware to twist my face up a little bit. There's that crazy lady. And see here, they even went back and tried to make her hair more gray. Isn't that funny? That's me. And they tried to make her hair more gray, or my hair more gray at the top and on the sides. It's a different hair color than the one I have now. It's more my natural hair color, but it's really weird. So let's see. And see what they're doing? Like the malware, they try to change my face with malware. That's the stalker, y'all. Or malware, it's hard to explain. Isn't that weird? I don't have any of that stuff going on the left side of my face. And you see how they've put like extra stuff to cover up their mustache? And how they have more lip injections in the top than I do. And they photoshopped out, they have like a little scar here for their Adam's apple, but it's really upsetting. And their cheek is shorter than mine, a little bit, but they're not the same on both sides. They're just an ever-living mess. And see, that's not me, y'all. This isn't me. These bottom teeth, those are not my bottom teeth. The lips are not my lips. The neck is not my neck. It's just really upsetting. This is me. I don't have lip injections or Botox or anything like that. This is just my face. And it's really upsetting because I look good and people keep trying to make me look worse. And my mole's a little bigger than that. You can tell I have slight nails, and she has I do have nails though, but she has talons, right? It's just so weird. This is me, but they've tried to change my face already from this picture. That's my proper mole. They've tried to mess up my teeth, do you see? Between the first tooth and the second tooth. It's just strange how they do these like little tiny things to try to bug your eyeballs. That's probably me too. But I don't know for sure because look at how short the neck is. My neck isn't that short. But I don't know. Anyway, it's just nutty. Isn't that weird though? But this, I mean, someone would think that was me. But that isn't me, y'all. Her face is much flatter on the plane of her face. Her face is much flatter. Her cheekbones don't stick out as much as mine do. And her her chin is much weaker. And her jawline is much weaker than mine. Even though I don't have a strong jawline by any means. And her nose is just totally different. Her nostrils are totally different, but they don't show you those anymore because they are so different. It's really funny. I don't know. I have my dad's face, basically. Let's see if there's anything else in here. It's really upsetting. And the more I feel good about myself, like this is what I look like here. Hi, y'all. I'm going to do another video later. See? They're always trying to add in crap. That's so weird. Hi, y'all. I'm going to do another video later. Okay, so this is me. I still am not seeing anything having to do with her eyes or anything like that. But I'm tilting my chin to the right? But I mean, I just recognize my own face. I don't know why people don't recognize. It's just upsetting. Like, that was my stalker for a long time, this guy. That's totally not me. But this guy was in a lot of my videos, and he's the violent guy. And he might be still around, and he might have gotten his face fixed or changed. I don't know. But you see how he doesn't have cheekbones? Like, his cheekbones kind of go down his face in kind of like a triangular motion. And mine are just sort of like right underneath my eyeball. His face is fine. I mean, it's very proportionate and everything. It's a lot closer to my face than the other girl's face. And this guy is smart, this one. He's very nutty. It's so funny. You think I have multiple personalities, but I totally don't. It's hilarious. So, but when you see me, like, this is me. Oh. This is Daisy. And I just want to... Part of the malware is that I can't pause it in any nice picture. Oh, okay, that's close enough. There's a bug on me. Let's see. Okay, so this is my face. So you see how with different malware it looks different, right? But this is my hair, more importantly. And you see my head, my hair. This is before I dyed it. Okay, this is the undyed hair, mostly. And it's kind of an auburn color. And it doesn't have gray roots. Like, I don't have that much gray hair in my actual hair. Okay? So my hair would never look like that girl's hair looks. That woman's hair looks. It's just so hard to explain to people. But this is me in like the daytime with just primer and foundation on. If I even have that, it might be no makeup, I'm not sure. This is another video. Because a while ago, I was following a podcast that I really liked, and all of a sudden I woke up one day and see, they keep trying to make the pauses bad. And look, they changed the chips on my teeth. They just do so many weird things, but that's at least closer to my actual teeth. Okay, so this is my face. So you see how my cheekbones are like really high up by my eyeballs? And how I have kind of like a natural rounding to my face, and I don't really have those deep smile lines. And I don't have any scars on the side of my lips. It's so weird, y'all. It's like so weird. What do you think? I mean, doesn't that seem like not at all the same person? Do you see how short my nose is? From the bridge to the end of it, it's very short. I have a short little nose that sticks up. And that's just my face. And that's why I've been filming so much without my makeup on, is because for some reason, keep that in your brain. I wish I could do split screen, but this doesn't let me. But they want you to think, well, I mean, they want you to think that this is me. That's not me, y'all. That's a man. There's just no way for that to be me. It's so frustrating. And see how they're like adding in crap to my face? That's just malware. But here, if you look, so I'm frowning. But if you look here, I don't even know what this is, y'all. I woke up with this 2 days ago. It could be a bug bite. But it's very, very deep. And you can see it in that one video when I wake up and I have like blood on the side of my face. And I don't know, y'all. It's probably a bug bite or something. But still, it's like the weirdest thing. But anyway, I don't know what to think about it. But that's just not my face, is the thing. It's just not my face. And I don't know if y'all will ever see what my face really looks like at this point. Because it doesn't really look like any of those either. And today I feel like absolute crap. But it's not because of any disease or anything. Like this isn't, I don't have oral herpes or anything. I think she does though. So it could be like malware trying to imitate that. I don't know. But you see the bites and everything that Norbert did when he was having such a time because of the weather, they've all healed up fine. Like I don't really scar that much. Did you see? See? I don't really scar that much. And these are not pimples. I think they are bites or something. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that the weird things are afoot. And let me show you the editing video. I'm just so nervous about it, y'all, because I don't want her to say that her work is my work or vice versa. Thanks. See, the stalker turned off the video, which is so sad. The audio. So I noticed in the first 30 seconds of the video, there's like a ton of stuff to cut out. So I start trying to cut it out, and the app worked, and the timestamps aren't cooperating. And I remind you that the stalkers have delusions of reference, so numbers mean something to them. My brother's very into like age ranges of things and stuff, and that other woman is too, and that's not my hand, y'all. So bizarre. And you see how she does the shadows? Like she has like a web-shaped makeup on her face. The stalker does. But on me, it's a hair shadow. But I don't even really have hair shadows. That's all added in with malware. And not my hand. So watch the timestamps. I'm trying to add it in. There, I'm just trying to cut it at that point to about a minute, to about 1 full second later. But remember I said the malware doesn't allow me to have a nice expression when I cut things, so it's very funny. And I don't know what's the matter with this guy. There's like, and then when I try to cut out the hand, they put it back in, which is so funny. Like I've already cut out the hand once, and they put it back in. They use. I try not to touch my hair too much, but they keep putting it in there because I guess that girl does all the time. And it all depends on coding, too. You guys might not even see what I see. See the timestamps? You see how the hair stays the web shape even after I move my hand? It's just so strange. And I feel so bad for her. She always has kind of a pout because of her lip injections. And that's her. That's actually her. She has a bigger waddle. And that hand is not mine. It's just nutty. I just didn't smile for like 4 years, y'all. Life was very difficult before coronavirus. But it ended up helping my face. I'm undoing it now, though. I need to stop smiling again. It's closer to my face. I don't know, but you can see this chin underneath. That's not me. It's very strange. It's like little frame by frame changes that are really hard to take out. But just think they found somebody older than me and somebody 20 years younger than me. It's the weirdest thing ever. And the younger one, her brain is just not there. It's just sad. It was so weird to hear her talking like a competent person, because usually she doesn't seem like one at all in that video. Sorry. I'm trying to hold it steady here. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with her. This is mostly me, but I'm just saying the eye makeup is added in kind of in a weird way. And there's extra fat added in on the face. It just seems so bizarre. I like doing this stuff. But it is really strange when they take the sound out. And you're like, why are they taking the sound out? Are they going to use this for something? It's a terrible example of film editing. It's like the most frustrating example of film editing I've ever seen. But why don't they want my sound on it? It just is so annoying. I don't know what to think of. This is now we start the whole 3241 debacle, and I don't know what to even think about it. I think it's supposed to be 1703. That's what I mean, is people are just so weird. Y'all. It's creepy. So if you want to know if it's the stalker, look at the hair more than anything else. She seems to be liking life as a redhead, for sure. And this is me, but I mean the other girl does too. Although she's not re-dyeing her hair. So I'm not really sure what she's up to. But whoever is in charge of her should want her to dye her hair. It's just freaky. I told you, 3241 turns out to be a big mess. So anyway, here, I don't know what it's doing right now. It's very strange. As you can see, the timestamp's being difficult. Sorry, I'm sick. I went to sleep for a second. It's so funny. I feel for that girl and her issues, but this is really sad. You see what it's doing? I should hit the check mark, I guess. See? So frustrating. It reverts right back to 3241. I don't want to cut out all of that big piece of stuff. And it really does matter to me so much. It's very frustrating. So then here's me trying to get it to not say 3241, which is a nightmare. See? They're messing with my mouth and putting in malware. But the worst thing is the timestamps. I don't know what is wrong with them. Do you see what I mean? Trying to do 3109, 3303 to 3313, and 3109 to 3214. And you would have thought that the world was ending because it just doesn't want me to. And I don't know what's wrong with it, y'all. This guy is going to take it to someone and say, look at what I did. I did so good. I really frustrated this woman. I did all these things. And it means nothing because it's all delusion of reference bullcrap for him. And hours of frustration for me. It doesn't make any sense. It's nowhere near the other timestamps. It should be able to be by itself and be free. And it's just being crazy. I don't know what's wrong with these people, y'all. I really think that they have lost their minds putting this on my device. It doesn't even make sense. Just because they were mad because I wanted to do this for a living. And I'm a free person, y'all. I just don't want to pay any attention to them whatsoever. Again, not my shadow, by my eyes. Not really sure what that's about. Definitely want to keep that. Definitely want to get rid of that. Since that's weird and not my hair and not my hand. Do you see that? What is the matter with it? Remember, timestamps don't have to be consecutive. They could be thematic or chronological, but they don't have to be chronological. You could do it from the back to the front if you wanted to. The computer doesn't care. But this guy cares because he can't think in any other way other than left to right 1 second at a time. It's enervating. And he doesn't understand why this would be frustrating to a person. See how they're changing their mouth? It's like very bizarre. They always put some kind of rectangle in the middle of their mouth. See how the eyes look all weird? I'm not on any medicines, y'all. I can't take any painkillers. And I don't take any kind of cold medicine or anything. So I'm just shiny eyed because of fever. But still my eyes look weird. And this is the stalker hitting buttons. This isn't the malware on the computer. This is the stalker changing things back. What do you think is wrong with it? See, what is that? That's the stalker typing in weird numbers. Numbers that he wants you to know, but it doesn't make any sense. At least these are different numbers. Excuse me. But he's nonverbal and he's trying to communicate with you. And I don't have any idea what he's trying to say. And I understand most people's nonverbal communication very well. So it's really sad for me. And he turned off the fucking microphone again. Okay, good. He did that. Goodness, sorry. Oh my goodness. Effing. Flipping. Fracking. Whatever it is. Microphone again. So, such a nightmare. Look at this. I've never been a linear thinker, y'all. I always think in ways that are not linear. Linearity is like the last resort for me. Even though I understand, like when I'm teaching, I know students need that. But I'm not trying to learn from anyone like that, you know? If I pick someone to learn from, it wouldn't be a linear thinking person. It's just so frustrating. And then look, he changed that timestamp. Oh my goodness. So he changed that timestamp to be different. And this is what he does, and he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's just hilarious. Because see, now he's changed cut number 1 to interfere with the timestamps. But that wasn't what cut number 1 was to start with. It's a flippin' nightmare. And all I'm trying to do is work. Like earn money work. The longer this video goes with bad cuts and bad edits, the less people watch it, the less buzz it gets. And he hates when I publish things when people are actually watching them. So he tries to do stuff like this until it's like midnight or something. And that's him typing. That's all he'll type. He won't type anything else. He's fixated on those numbers. He's got like 2 of the cuts, those numbers, y'all. It's really sad. What do you think is the matter with him? And see how all of a sudden she looks angry? I mean, I look angry, I guess, but it's look angry. But her nose is different. It's the other girl's nose. It's just so creepy, the malware. And I'm not angry, I just don't feel good. But not my hand. That's a totally fake, photoshopped in hand. That is not mine at all. So just let me know if you could handle this, if it was happening to you when you were editing, because I think this is crazy. So now I've done the 3214 to 3309 or 3303 cut, and I want to do one before that. So I'm trying to include one before that. And the thing just loses its mind. And now it's not 32:14 with the hand anymore. Now it's a different time with the hand. It's going to start frustrating y'all in a second. Which is so funny. Because I'm like, oh, I should type 32:14. And then I look and I'm like, oh no, it's not 32:14 anymore. It's moved a whole second ahead. And see, now that's not me doing that either. That's the stalker. Trying to show, look what I did. Like, a transition to show that he did something fancy to his editing, to his pranking, I guess you would call it. But I don't call it pranking. I call it downright horribleness. Because he's being a flipping jerk. And to top it all off, notice that the save button isn't lit up. So that means that it doesn't think I've done anything like new to save after all this. So interesting. So look for this on a college application near you. Not my hand. Try 32:42. Okay. Now when I say save, it should say okay, because it should pop up the blue save button top right. It's so funny. I'm not fighting with YouTube though. And look at the timestamp on the left hand of the thing. It says 25:20. That's not even anywhere close to where the thing is. It's such a nightmare. And I just reinstalled Chrome yesterday. Now look, it says 31:11 instead of 31:33. It's just so crazy. It only wants to do 1 second at a time cuts. Can you imagine doing your video 1 second at a time cuts? But it'd be faster than trying to make this thing work and do more than 1 second at a time. It's just so nutty. That's where I'm going to start. And then I want it to be 30:14 is fine. Did you see it change? Now I have to go back and delete the 32:14 cut. But it should still let me make my cut before I have to go back and do that. You should be able to like tidy all the cuts up at the end. It's just crazy. I love YouTube, but this one seems a little messed up. See, the stalker changed it again. And now the timestamps changed on the hand thing. It's just so funny. It's not 32:14 anymore. Now it's 33:11 or something. Very interesting. I love film editing, but this is a mess. And the timestamps keep changing, even though I'm not hitting the save button, and the save button isn't lighting up blue as it should be, which is weird. Because it wants me to use Filmora, because it can access the Filmora app remotely, or he, I guess, or she, can access the Filmora app remotely. And Lord, you guys are probably going to try to apply for cosmetology school too, or something awful. With that hair, it's just crazy. And they keep changing the timestamps. And see, I would save it at this point, but there's no option to save it. Which is weird because I've never made these cuts before. These are new cuts. Except for 32:14. I cut 32:14 this morning. This is very strange. And I don't know what's wrong with them. Someone is being a jerk. Y'all. It's a flippin' nightmare. But it's fun when it works. When the program works, it's very easy to use, but this is not very easy to use. This is a pain. And I don't know if YouTube can answer me and tell me if this is YouTube or my stalker. Because my stalker was typing in numbers while I was typing. But still, it's pretty nutty. So then I'm like, okay, let's just at least get the hand part cut out, right? So I'm like, okay, 32:41 to 32:43, go. But it still doesn't say save. It's so funny. And I've already processed all the edits I did before. This is a nightmare. And this poor girl, whenever I do like black and red eye makeup, she always turns it into purple. And I don't know why she does that. I mean, she's stolen half my makeup. She must have more than just purple eyeshadow. It's simply crazy. It's like the malware makes it violet so it can cut in other things from the last time I wore the purple dress. Just so bizarre. But you can tell I'm all dehydrated now because I'm like sick and all. And getting very grumpy by this point in time, as you can imagine. Now I should just click the check mark. And I don't like the way the little check mark is over the timestampy thing, but it's okay. It's very upsetting. Sweet Lord Jesus, this is just a bless. And see, I can't save the save button because there's no blue. It's so funny. There's no blue save button on the top right. Why does a stalker do this to me? Because if you do one at a time, it ends up all choppy. And then he tries to make me cut out 16 seconds of my video, which I would not do. So I don't touch that one. But see, then he's added on time to it, which is so crazy. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, and I haven't even gotten to... All I'm trying to do is cut out the hand part, and you can see the red thing is nowhere near the hand. It's just so funny. But this guy keeps changing my timestamp, and I can laugh about it now, since it's like 10 minutes later and I'm sick. But it's really angering, because it's a bunch of... And the blue button is still not there. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad, y'all. The blue save button is really irritating my eyeball right now. It's a mess, y'all. You see how they're distorting my face and changing my chin and making it look all weirdly filtered and all bizarre? I haven't put a filter on this one. It's very frustrating. Okay, for God's sake. Let the blue save button appear. Even I don't remember it being this frustrating. When I recorded it with what I thought was sound, which was a bunch of me swearing actually, so it's probably just as well that I didn't record. But I couldn't believe, and this is when he's supposed to be moved out and everything's supposed to be better. But it's because the stalker that has special needs is still here. And he's causing most of the consternation because he's being just such a jerk. Because, see, I can show you that. I'll just take a little hiatus, a little intermission. And look at this. There he is. That's my stalker, y'all. Isn't that funny? The green ones are my stalker. If I stick it out here. Sorry. I'm just going to put it out over here. There. Over here. Okay. Over here. Anyway, those are my stalkers. The first one's my stalker. And they can't seem to get rid of him no matter what they do. Like, I thought he was Christian, but C is supposed to have moved out, and that guy's still here. And, I mean, it was Christian for a long time. They would pose as each other. And now they're just being jerks in general. And he might even be connected right now. See how it's spinning next to his name? Make sure he hasn't turned this on again. Okay? Y'all are welcome to email me at kw424551 at gmail.com if you have any kind of advice to give. I would love to hear it. Let's make sure the DNS address is right. And that this is right. See, so nice. Okay. But I mean, seriously. And then see, this is Christian, y'all. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. It's like, what is he doing? And hopefully he's somewhere else doing something else with somebody else, because I've never really even had the conversation with the guy. Oh, look. This is very strange. And they just seem to be doing so funny. It's like, it's so, but the things, I mean, I laugh at it, but it isn't really funny. He uses this to access my device remotely because he can probably hear me right now. He's not in the room or anything. I really don't know this guy. I'm not putting this on for show. He is not my favorite person in any point in time. And I really wish that he did not live here either. But I try to get along with all the residents. Like, I don't have problems with actual residents here. It's just, sorry, my voice is going. It's going to be a fun couple of days here. This thing is malware installed by Christian, which is just ridiculously obnoxious to me. And doesn't seem to do anything, but does something weird to my program sometimes. And then there's all this stuff that shouldn't even be running right now. I mean, why do I have to force stop it if it's disabled? Makes no sense. So then I have to go down here. I have to check this. I have to make sure that's off. Okay. So then I go back to our regular scheduled rant. Which is, let's see how far along we are on this one. Okay, almost done. 30 seconds of video, y'all. 30 seconds of video. See, and he's zooming in on my face. I didn't do that. I know what I look like. He can just get over himself. Oh, that should say save changes, right? But it doesn't. So I'm going to let y'all go. And I'm going to keep working on this, but I thought I would just show you how frustrating that 3214 is. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's like a nightmare. Definitely not my hand. And thank God they weren't really touching my face because I would have had a snit fit. But this is really not my hand. Okay, well, this is so much fun, but as much as I'm sure something interesting is about to happen, so funny. But there, now the save button's up. That's exciting. Something must have gone right at some point. So then, evidently, it gets processed. So stay tuned for more, and keep checking back for the video to see the improved version. That's my newest Goth Thursday video, posted January 3rd, 2020, January 4th, I think. Oh, January 5th, 2024. Thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more episodes of Daisycakes and Some Show to follow shortly.